guys, it's Yuko. Today I thought to share about my things, the how I had the curiosity to learn about English. It's about my background of the family. I had my grandma, well, she passed away in 2014. She was 94 years old at the time. But can you imagine that she spoke fluent English? And because she graduated university and she majored English and she learned quite a lot. Then after she graduated university, well, according to her, I heard from her, her grandfather was working for the UK company and she supported her grandpa. That means my great grandfather. Yes, she was supporting as a translator. And later on, there was a World War II, and after finish the war, she started to work for the US military as a secretary. So that's why her English skill was quite high and well, really fluent. And then when I was a little kid, I have one elder brother, and when we went for the grandparents' home, she usually talked to us. There is mixture the English and Japanese, and well, because we are a little kid, so sometimes didn't understand what she's talking, but she quite often used the English words like drop the mail or do you want to get Jero? In Japanese, we don't say Jero, but like zeri, or if it was a male, it's the tegami, like that. So it's totally different word, but she quite often used the English words and even sometimes spoke to us in English, and rapidly she started the English class, but we didn't like that because, well, it's not the common thing for us, and especially we were not living together. So that means once we went there, they started the English class. So when I was in the junior school, I usually refused to learn from her. But later on, well, in my age, recently it's changed, but in my age, the English the study have started when we are in the junior high school. Then it's class, it's the normal study, so have to study. Then I thought, okay, I had a chance to learn from my grandma, but I didn't study, so that's very pity. But because of my grandma, I had a lot of the interest in seeing the abroad or going there or talk with the overseas people. Then suddenly my switched on. I focused to study, and one day my grandma said, well, when I talked to her, hey grandma, I really envy your ability of the skill, the ability of English skill, and well, why it's not generate it's not relate with the DNA to me, or well, I want to copy it. But she said, no, just study hard. I studied hard. You cannot copy anything, so just study, she said. Okay, surrender. I just study. So that's why I just started, and the mind was quite unique in her generation, and she was slightly the Americanized. She had a lot of American friends, and it's interesting. I have asked to her why you didn't marry with some of American guy. She said, well, in my age, after the World War, we didn't have any the enough amount of the guys. That's funny, she said. And well, the sum of guys wanted marry with me, and at the moment it's quite the generation. I think the usually the I cannot say usually, but the parents recommend to marry with this person or like that. So it's related with the parent choice. And she said, well, she had a two choice, but well, she said, I wanted choose by myself. I had two choice and the two guys coming to me at the same time, but because your grandpa was much more handsome than the other, so that's why I married with him. Well, that's quite charming in her age. As of the old Japanese lady, usually they don't say like that, I think. But she was quite open and loved to talk to me. I have very good memories with her. And even, well, she was happy when I wrote some letter in English and sending to her. She wants to show aloud it to her friends. So I'm a bit missing her. And well, I would say the people who have some interest in is related with the family members sometimes, and even the entrepreneurs. The I set up on another video clip that if the entrepreneurs will be or born, well, the answer is B. But however, the mostly the entrepreneurs family member have business. That means entrepreneur have the environment from the family as an entrepreneur. So I think about the language to know the overseas or to join the global community. I think there was some of the relation with the family environment, and my grandma gave me a lot of the influence. And later on, even my brother, well, went out from Japan, and he had lived in China or well, Hong Kong. Even he was trying to, he stayed several months in U.S. or so. Actually, well, between brother and sister, sometimes don't talk too much. So sometimes I really didn't know where he was, but well, he had a really good experience also. And yeah, I went out from Japan, and it was kind of my dream to live in abroad. I have lived in Hong Kong for 7 years, and it became very great experience. And now, well, it was not my choice to get back to Japan because it was corporate transfer, but probably it was good timing. And I really don't know that for the future. But I still have a lot of the curiosities and about learning that include the language. I have lot of the appetite to learn. So this was my background, and I just wanted to tell about the things. So thank you for watching. I will talk some other things later on. Bye bye.